Henry's health and safety. The engines of Sodor all want to be really useful. The wheels whir, the pistons pump, and the boilers bubble brightly. But sometimes things can go wrong. One morning, Henry was huffing happily. He clickety-clacked around a bend, straight into an old truck.
Flatten my funnel! Who left that there?
Henry's piston rods were bumped and bent.
Oh my! Henry! I will send you to the steamworks.
Thank you, Hero.
Victor was pleased to see Henry.
Kevin and I will have your pistons pumping by lunchtime. We will, boss. So, you bashed into an old truck, Henry.
Someone must have left it there.
Health and safety, Henry.
Henry was an old engine, but he didn't know what health and safety was.
Health and safety, Henry, is watching out for things that might make accidents happen.
And you, Henry, had an accident. Bam!
Later, Henry was fixed.
Watch out now for health and safety. Anything dangerous must be taken away. If not, bam!
Thank you, Victor.
And Henry chuffed carefully out of the steamworks. Henry chuffed and puffed. Then he saw a flatbed of telegraph poles. One pole rolled slowly off and onto the tracks. Henry was worried.
Bust my buffers. An accident could happen here. I must get Rocky.
Henry puffed into the rescue centre.
Rocky, come quickly.
Rocky was worried.
You'll have to ask the rescue manager. I might be needed for an emergency.
This is an emergency. Health and safety.
Rocky was puzzled, but health and safety sounded important. So Henry shunted Rocky quickly away. Henry and Rocky puffed to the poles.
Lift them out of the way, Rocky.
Later, Rocky and Henry had put the flatbed safely into a siding. Henry was pleased with himself.
Health and safety is the way to keep the tracks clear every day.
You're right, Henry. Now I have to go back to the rescue centre.
Hello, Percy.
Percy was puzzled.
Bubbling boilers. I thought there were telegraph poles here.
Health and safety, Percy.
And Henry puffed away with Rocky. Henry and Rocky chuffed to a junction. Henry saw 4 large rolls of wire. Henry was worried.
Oh my, Rocky. If one of those rolls across the junction, an accident might happen. We must move it.
Aren't you going to ask first, Henry?
This is an emergency. Health and safety.
Later, the rolls of wire drums were safely in a siding. Henry was happy.
Health and safety is the way to keep the tracks clear every day.
You're right, Henry. Now I have to go back to the rescue centre.
Then, Henry saw Percy again.
Hello, Percy.
Flatten my funnel. I thought there were rolls of wire here.
Health and safety, Percy.
Percy was puzzled.
Now the telegraph poles and the wire have gone.
But Henry was too far away to hear. Henry steamed slowly to the rescue centre. Then Percy raced past.
Cool your pistons, Percy. Slow and careful is the way. Health and safety every day.
But Percy was in too much of a hurry to hear. Later, Henry and Rocky chuffed cheerily along. Suddenly, Percy whooshed round a bend and stopped.
Oh no!
Oh dear.
What's happened, Percy?
I've puffed too far too fast. Now I've run out of water.
Henry was worried.
Rocky will have to move you, Percy. Health and safety.
And before Percy could puff another word, he was swinging high above the track from Rocky's long crane arm. Then there was trouble. The Fat Controller arrived. He was cross.
Rocky!
What are you doing with Percy?
It's health and safety, sir.
Health and safety have a time and a place, Henry. But now there is an emergency. I need Rocky to help Toby. And Percy has looked all over the island for the telegraph poles and wire he has to deliver.
Henry felt terrible.
I should have asked if I could take Rocky. And I should have asked Percy about the poles and wires. I'm sorry, sir. I wanted to stop accidents, but instead, I've made them happen. May I take Rocky now to the emergency?
Yes, Henry. Right away.
So Percy was lowered with a bump and a jump. Then Henry raced Rocky to Toby. Toby's cowcatcher had caught and he had derailed. This was an emergency.
Now I must help Percy.
On the way, Henry saw an old truck on the track. He was worried.
Fizzling fireboxes, health and safety.
Then Henry saw Thomas.
Thomas, why is this old truck here?
Don't worry, Henry. I have to shunt it to the coal yard.
Henry felt happy he had asked, and he puffed quickly on. Henry picked up the rolls of wire and the telegraph poles. Then he chuffed cheerfully away to find Percy. Henry found Percy by the water tower. Percy couldn't puff. A tree had fallen across his track.
Oh dear, Percy. Can I help?
Yes, please, Henry.
Henry knew just what to do. Henry chuffed to find Rocky.
Health and safety is the way. Just ask first to save the day.